This EPB Classic Rerun is brought to you by Calvert and Nunn Insurance in Glasgow.
Moody.
Care to go the second game of our championship Thursday, and we move to the Lou Gehrig League field, and we're set for the broadcast of the Royals and the Braves. The Royals, the undefeated team in this double elimination tournament, and the Braves dropping a game early, much like the Orioles, Bruce Tribune, in the coach pitch ranks. The Braves lost their first game to the Reds, and they've come on to win 4 straight in the loser's bracket to get to this point. Of course, the Royals undefeated, the top seed, so it should be another outstanding game.
Well, you know, I'm sure it will be, and you know, this has been a real good league. There were 3 teams, I think, tied for first, but they each beat each other twice. It rotated around. You know, they seem to have another team's number, and I'm not sure exactly whether the Royals beat the Braves twice and the Braves beat the Rockies, and then the Rockies beat the Royals. I'm not sure which way it was during the regular season, but I know that that's the way it rotated. But like you say, they've come out of the loser's bracket. They've fought a long, hard road, but here they are in the finals hoping to win 2 more for a championship.
Royals in the regular season beat the Braves 15-14 and 8-5.
Well, like I say, okay, that's how it wound up then. But then the Rockies beat the Royals, I believe, and the Braves beat the Rockies.
Every coach I've talked to down here, Bruce, talks about how even this league was this year, how balanced it was from the top to the bottom. If you weren't prepared to play any night, the number 10 seed, the number 9 seed could beat the first seed. Very even league.
Well, I was told, you know, at the beginning of the year they were talking who the coaches were, and that's a competitive bunch right there, all the different coaches they had, and I'm sure it was a competitive league, and every time you talk to them, well, I'd see somebody and I'd say, well, how'd you do last night? Well, we got beat 1, or we got beat 2, and we won by 1, or we won by 2, and every game was a close ball game, and you know, it was a very competitive league, and the tournament's been competitive.
Let's talk about Coach Skip Melton's Braves. Jerry Lundeen, the assistant coach. They've had a great year, Bruce. They were seated third. They were beaten by the Reds in the first game. Then they beat the Mets 15-9, the Marlins 2-0, the Mariners 11-2, and the Reds 7-4. So they've really played good defense in the last 3 games. They've only given up 6 runs.
That's excellent defense, and you know, when you play good defense, you usually win ball games.
Now, Bruce, let's look at the starting lineup for the Braves, and I'll have a comment to make. As you look at their starting lineup, they hit the ball very, very well, a solid defensive ball club. And let's look at their batting order.
Okay, number 1 batter for the Braves tonight, Ryan Simpson. He plays center field.
Has a great arm, good range, a first-year player, Ryan Simpson.
The second batter is the second baseman, Brandon Royston.
By the way, Simpson's got a 600% on-base percentage. Brandon Royston has 3 homers and good speed.
Batting third, Ryan Landrum, the shortstop.
Ryan has 4 homers, 59 RBIs, 700 batting percentage.
Boy, that's
59.
That's tough. That is 59 RBIs.
All right, what about the number 4 hitter, Bruce?
Number 4 hitter, Eric Lundeen. He is the third baseman.
Eric has scored the most runs. His on-base percentage is 600.
Batting in the 5th slot will be the first baseman, Gordon Melton.
He's not far behind Ryan with 54 RBIs. He hits the ball hard, 700 on-base percentage.
The left fielder, Jordan Borland, will bat 6th.
Jordan's got surprising power and good speed.
In the 7th position, Sean Emberton. Sean plays right field when he's in the ball game. He will be a substitute. Skip told me that he probably rotates. He's got 3 players that he rotates into right field, and he changes them every inning.
He never strikes out, Bruce, makes good contact. And on that pitching machine, and I believe the pitching machine, the ball, David Mercer, comes how fast?
It is rotates at 62 miles an hour. It comes out at about 45 to 50 miles when it crosses the plate.
And it throws strikes every time, just like you in your great career, right?
Oh, sure, just like I do. It goes high and low, just like I did.
The big advantage with the pitching machine here tonight, it won't get tired like Follis Crow did.
Well, I can't say that. They will adjust the machine to hit between the knee and the thigh and it has had a tendency this year to wind up around the shoulders, so you can watch for that. The umpires have the opportunity to readjust the machine if the two coaches agree to. If they both don't agree to, then they continue play at where the machine is going at that time.
Well, I guess if the ball's rising, maybe the machine gets stronger as the game.
It could be more current coming through it.
Right. All right.
Batting in the 8th position will be the pitcher, Nicole Finn.
Good fielder, puts the ball in play offensively.
The catcher, Nick Strader, bats number 9.
Nick likes to go to right field with some pop, so you like those guys that can go to the opposite field.
Batting 10th, Joel Hughes, who is also a right fielder.
Coach Melton says he's the most improved player. He always puts the ball in play.
And the 11th batter, Natasha Depp, and she also plays right field.
Has some power. Bruce, you mentioned about every player defensively must play 2 innings. Every player bats in this game. Every player bats.
Every player bats. That's right. That's correct.
Now, go ahead.
But the difference here, I mean, 3 outs and you sit down. If you bat around twice,
you keep batting.
But 3 outs and you sit down.
But you're not going to get any balls. You're going to get 3 chances to hit the ball unless you foul it off, obviously.
That's exactly right.
And we play 6 innings, so keep that in mind. So that's the starting lineup for the visiting Braves team. When we return, we'll talk about Terry Durham's Royals, the top-seeded team in this tournament. We'll be back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports. The coach, Rick Elliott, and Jamie Houchins, the assistants. The Royals seated first in this tournament. Bruce, we've talked about how balanced this league was. Well, they beat the White Sox in their first game, then got past the Marlins 4-0 last night, had a tight game with the Reds, and the Reds really, the team that was on a roll, they were seeded 6th, and they got all the way to the finals of the winner's bracket. They were beaten by the Royals 8-7 and then lost to the Braves 7-4, so the Reds really played well. But Terry Durham's ball club in the championship needing 1 win to get it all.
Well, I'm sure that, he stressed to his players, like you say, 1 win, we're out of here, we get a championship. But if they do have a bad game, they do have an opportunity to come back tomorrow night.
Now, he says that they've had a great season, 16-4 in the regular season, tied, 3-way tie for first, as Bruce has talked about. Terry says this is the most balanced league he's ever been involved with. The umpires and league officials have done a great job. He said you've got to be ready to play every game because you could get beat by any team. So some nice comments from the coach of the top-seeded team, respecting the upper.
Right, that is. I mean, and it's been a good league, and I think, overall, you haven't heard any fussing. The coaches have gotten along well this year, and it's, there has been, the past years, there have been a few problems, but, they've had a good year, and it's been an excellent league.
All right, Bruce, let's look at the starting batting order for the Royals.
Leading off will be Cody Elliott, and he plays shortstop.
Now, Cody, it's an excellent infielder, also a great hitter in that leadoff spot.
Batting in the number 2 position, Ryan Dern, the 3rd baseman.
Ryan, excellent infielder, good hitter, runs the base as well.
The 3rd batter will be Jonathan Houchins, the catcher.
Jonathan's a great hitter, also a good catcher.
Batting 4th, Andy Blythe, the first baseman.
Andy also makes solid contact and does a good job defensively for the Royals.
In the 5th position, Jay Lancaster, the left fielder.
Jay's got some power and is a solid outfielder for Coach Durham's ball club.
Batting 6th, the center fielder, Daiki Watanabe.
Now Daiki Watanabe.
Watanabe,
right,
I'm sorry.
Right, that's all right. He's the top outfielder, according to Coach Durham, for his ball club, and Daiki really runs a base as well.
The 7th batter will be Elliot Dickerson, the pitcher.
Has a great attitude, great effort, solid ball player.
Batting in the 8th position, the second baseman, Adam Leftwich.
Now, Coach Durham says he really covers second base well, has good range, and he listens well, so obviously he's a good situation player.
Batting 9th will be Brent Ferguson. Brent plays in right field.
This is his first year to play. He's the most improved player on the team.
In the 10th position, Henry Hill. Henry also plays in the right field.
He's a first-year player, and he's a versatile player. Coach Durham says he can play either infield or outfield.
And the 11th batter will be Chris Branham, also a right fielder.
Chris is a first-year player, and he has a good attitude. So that's the starting lineup, and Bruce, let me tell you from the Little League tournament tonight, the Cubs 17-0 on the season. They beat the Rockies 10-2. So tomorrow night at 5 o'clock, the Braves and the Dodgers go at it, and then the Cubs and the A's at 7 o'clock. That Braves-Dodgers game should be an outstanding one.
Well, now, as the Little League tournament, is it just single elimination?
It's just single elimination. Saturday at 10 is a championship with our broadcast at 9:45. And the Cubs have not lost a game in that league.
Well, everybody's looking for them then.
So that should be an outstanding night of an outstanding morning of Little League action, and also, Bruce, going on tonight. We've got the Barron County Babe Ruth League tournament, and I know that both Barron County 14, 15-year-old teams are playing both Glasgow teams. This game may be over by now. It got started at 5:30. The Barron County Yankees and the Glasgow White Sox across the park at Richardson Field. The 8 o'clock game, the Glasgow Dodgers facing the Barron County Reds. And in the 13-year-old tournament, the Barron County Sounds and the Glasgow Mets. They're probably wrapping it up now over at Barron County High. Barron County Reds 13-year-old team. They've already gotten, the Red Birds, I should say, have already gotten to the championship. Babe Ruth League, I think, has helped both the Barron County and Glasgow high school programs.
Well, yes, it has. I mean, you know, they used to have sort of a pony league here, and then interest sort of dropped out, and they've got the Babe Ruth League started again, and they're playing players from Cumberland County, Calvert, and different areas, Monroe County and stuff like playing these leagues, and they do get to, you know, see other ball players. I think what happened, it got to the point when the players got that age that, you know, the interest dropped off some, because most of the kids that were playing high school ball, they got to where, you know, they knew they weren't going to play them, and kids started to get out and doing other things, and they created that league, and it's been a plus for the high school programs here in Glasgow and Barron County.
Final standings for the Lou Gehrig League. The Braves, Rockies, and Royals, as Bruce has mentioned, all 16-4. The Mariners 15-5. The Marlins 11-9. Reds 9-11. The Mets 9-11. The Dodgers 7-13. The Cubs 5-15. White Sox 5-15, and the Phillies 1-19.
Well, as you said, I mean, really, that's pretty balanced. I mean, right there, the Phillies seem to take the brunt of it this year, but I'm sure they had a good ball club. There were a lot of close ball games, but all the rest of these teams, you know, have won several ball games, and they've had a real good league this year.
All right, we'll be back with the start of this game in 60 seconds on WCLU Sports.
South Central Bank.
This Lou Gehrig League championship game here on 14 Karat Gold, WCLU. And Ryan Simpson will lead it off for the Braves. It's a ground ball that is booted on the third base side by Ryan Durham. Ryan couldn't come up with it. Now, that was a tough one to handle, Bruce, and Ryan Simpson hit that ball pretty well. That was a high hopper that Durham couldn't quite get at third base. And you've got to give a base hit to Simpson right there as Brandon Royston, the second baseman, steps up, finds a shot, foul down the third base line. Boy, Royston took that one for a ride. Almost got Coach Melton over there.
That was a rocket. It went down that line. If that ball stays fair, you know, that's a well-hit ball right there.
Remember, Royston's got 3 homers. Runner at first for the Braves. Nobody out here in the top of the first inning. Here's the next delivery. Hard hit shot that's going to fall into left field. The left fielder, Jay Lancaster, makes a relay throw to Durham at third. So a good start for the Braves. They've got runners at first and second and nobody out. Now the number 3 hitter,
Ryan Landrum.
And Landrum's got 4 homers and 59 RBIs. If he gets a base hit, it might be number 60 right here. First pitch, he pops it against the screen for a foul. And he's got a lot of room in right center field. Notice that center fielder Daiki Watanabe is shifted over to the left side, expecting him to pull, I suppose.
I believe they're looking for him to pull the baseball.
And he does. He pops it up. Ryan Durham is back at third base, and Ryan makes the catch on the pop fly for an out. Big out for the Royals right there. 1 gone for the Braves. Runners at first and second. As a cleanup hitter, Eric Lundeen at the plate.
That's a very big out right there. I think Ryan was just a little over-anxious and got around too quick on the ball.
Lundeen laces a base hit into left center field. It's going to roll to the fence. Runner is set. And scoring will be Ryan Simpson, an RBI single for the cleanup hitter, Eric Lundeen. And Lundeen, with that 600 on-base percentage, not hurt there as he drives in a run. Watanabe made the relay throw to the shortstop, Cody Elliott, but the Braves lead the Royals 1-0. Runners at first and second is Gordon Melton, the first baseman at the plate. Gordon fouls it against the screen. The screen coach saved Coach Dave Mercer. Strike 1. 0-1 the count.
Like you say, the machine throws strikes because they're up there swinging at every pitch.
Melton takes a cut. Here's a hard hit ball. Nice catch as Elliott. He will force the runner at third. No, dropping the ball is Durham, and everybody is safe. That time, Elliott, he had runners at first and second, and the runner at second base, Brandon Royston, just stayed there for a few seconds.
I don't know whether
Elliott, Bruce decided to throw it to third, but Durham couldn't. It just popped off his glove. Royston took off, and everybody's safe. That was a weird play. Here's a foul ball on a grounder at third base as Jordan Fordland Borland that time fouls it for a strike. 0-1 the count.
I don't know whether, you know, the ball was hit right in the hole, almost a double play ball, and he looked to go to third then.
Here's a grounder to Elliott. He'll go to Durham for the force out at third. Scoring will be Royston, and the Braves lead 2-0. Runners at a first and second. Borland reaches on a fielder's choice. He's a left fielder. Here is the right fielder, Sean Emberton. And he's a left-handed hitter. It's a ground ball. Back to the pitcher. He'll make the throw to Gordon Melton, and that time the pitcher, Nicole Finn, fires to, I said Morton, but actually that was Elliott Dickerson, the pitcher, firing to Andy Blythe at first base for out number 3. So the Royals record that final out as Elliott Dickerson fires to Andy Blythe for out number 3. But the Braves take a 2-0 lead, Bruce, here in the first inning.
The Braves pick up 2 runs on 3 hits. They leave 2 on base, and 1 error committed by the Royals.
After a half inning, the Braves 2, the Royals coming to bat. We'll return in 1 minute on 14 Karat Gold Sports.
Deal Lumber Company, because in Cave City...
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. The staff at Calvert and Nunn excel in the product knowledge to fit the insurance needs of each customer. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Who's a leadoff batter for the Royals?
Cody Elliott will lead it off.
And Cody is the shortstop. First pitch to him, he swings and misses for a strike. The Braves play him straight away. Braves out to a 2-0 lead. And Elliott, right-handed hitter, takes a big whack. Fly ball deep to left field. It's over the fence, but it's foul. He'd straighten that out just a little more. It would have been a 2-1 game.
Well, you got a rip right there.
Didn't he, though? And he pulled that one, too, down the left field line. But it's a long strike, as they say. 0-2 the count.
Just a long strike. He's still at bat.
Now the Braves align their defense as Elliott takes the pitch. Line shot. Going to be fair down the left field line. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Get effort by Eric Lundeen, the third baseman for the Braves, but a hard hit ball by Cody Elliott. You almost knew he was going to go that way as he lines a single to Jordan Borland in left field. So both teams have gotten their leadoff hitters on in this game.
Yes, they have, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Ryan Durham.
You know he's a tough hitter, and he'll be at the plate with the Royals trailing the Braves 2-0. Durham takes a cut, high hopper. That is caught by the third baseman, but the throw is not in time. It bounced so high that Lundeen only had one play, and that was to second base. Good speed by Elliott. Eric did everything he could. He fired to Brandon Royston at second, Bruce, but that ball took so long to come down. That's a base hit. Now here's a grounder to the shortstop, and they'll go to second for 1. Can't turn the double play. Nice job by the shortstop, Ryan Landrum. Ryan went over to Brandon Royston to get the force out at second. Forced out at second is Durham. There's 1 out. Elliott moves to third. Safe on the fielder's choice is Jonathan Houchins, the catcher. Jonathan just hit that one. And now the cleanup hitter, Andy Blythe, the first baseman at the plate. Jonathan's the catcher, by the way. Blythe takes a cut, pop up on the infield. Making the grab is the second baseman. And Royston makes the grab for the second out and chases Elliott back to third. That's a big out for the Braves right there.
That's a very big out. The cleanup batter, pops out to the second baseman, and it's not deep enough to advance the runner from third to score the run. So, with the out right here, the Braves were out of the inning after the leadoff man getting on and advancing to third.
Here's Jay Lancaster, left fielder, swings and misses for a strike. Runners on the corners for the Royals as they trail the Braves 2-0 here in the Lou Gehrig League Championship battle. Next delivery, a swing and a miss, kicked up little dirt here behind the plate. 0-2 the count. Lancaster behind right here. Lancaster's got to make a connection. He does, and he's got a base hit. Slices it into left field. It rolled past the center fielder for the Braves, Simpson, and the Royals will score 2 runs. A double that time, 2 RBIs for Mr. Jay Lancaster. Elliott scores, Houchins scores. So Bruce on an 0-2 pitch. Just a nice base hit to left field. 2 runs score, and this game is tied at 2.
He gets that ball in the gap, and it gets 2 RBIs.
Aki Watanabe rolls one fair down the left field line. Ryan Simpson, here comes the throw to Royston. They got the out at second base. The run will count as the throw actually came to the third baseman, Eric Lundeen, from Jordan Borland. Then Eric took it to Brandon Royston. They got Daiki Watanabe out at second base, but not before Lancaster scores the go-ahead run, and now it's 3-2 3-2. The Braves trailing the Royals. What about the numbers, Bruce?
The Royals were able to pick up 3 runs on 4 hits. They had nobody left on base and no errors.
All right, so after 1 inning, it's 3-2. The Royals leading the Braves. Back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
If it's not made anymore, or you can't find.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. The staff at Calvert and Nunn excel in the product knowledge to fit the insurance needs of each customer. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
To lead it off, Nick Strader and Joel Hughes, batters 8, 9, and 10. 3 ladies play in the Lou Gehrig League, 2 of those on the Braves team. Here's Ryan Durham's throw across the horn. A ground ball to the third baseman. Durham fires over to first baseman Andy Blythe. 1 out for the Braves here in the top of the 2nd inning. Substitution in right field now, Brent Ferguson for the Royals. Nice play by Ryan Durham at third.
A real good play right there, Jim.
Now a ground ball hit to the shortstop, as Cody Elliott's long throw is going to be too high for Blythe, and reaching first on the high throw is going to be Nick Strader, and Nick is the catcher for the Braves. So the tying run at first, top of the 2nd inning, 1 out. It's 3-2 the Royals.
We'll have Joel Hughes, a right fielder, up.
Hughes takes a cut. Here's a slow roller to the pitcher. Dickerson fumbled it, picked up by Durham, but he can't make the play. And that time, Elliott Dickerson almost got that one, bobbled it just a little bit, and reaching first on the air is Joel Hughes. So now the Braves have something going. Runners at first and second with Natasha Depp, the right fielder, at the plate.
Right.
Depp takes a cut. Line shot, a base hit into left field. Wait a minute, the Royals may have a play at third. Almost did, but the throw from the left fielder Lancaster took Durham off the bag, and Ron never had a chance for that one. And the bases are loaded, but we almost had, Bruce, a 7-5 out.
Fielder's choice. We've had that happen to us in softball. You know, a base hit, and you wind up being a fielder's choice. That's really tough on a batter right there to get a fielder's choice.
Boy, Natasha hit that ball well, didn't she?
She hit it right on the line. That was a well-hit ball, and almost did not get credited with a hit out of it.
Bruce, how big is this situation with the bases loaded and they're back to the top of the order with 1 out, 3-2 game, Royals lead?
It's very big because, like you say, it means unless they turn a double play or something, they're going to get down to their power hitters with Landrum and Lundeen. They're big hitters with the RBIs.
Ryan Simpson's 1 for 1. He had a leadoff single, takes a pitch, swings and misses. He fouled the first one, by the way, so he's behind at 0-2. He's the center fielder. Big situation for the Braves right here.
There's the rhino there on the back of his helmet.
Here's a pitch. There's a pop-up, and that's going to be foul near the crowd. And almost got one of the fans. Fortunately, it didn't. And staying alive is Ryan Simpson. The count at no balls and 2 strikes. 3-2, the Royals with the lead, but the Braves threatening. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the top of the 2nd inning of this Lou Gehrig League Championship battle. Here's a pitch to Simpson. Deep fly ball to left field. That ball carries, and that ball hits the fence. Almost a grand slam. It is going to be 2 RBIs. Here's a throw. Is Depp out at third? Yes. And the throw will bounce into right field as Durham tried to get the runner out at second. Moving on to third is going to be Simpson. Simpson will score, and now the Braves lead 5-3. 2 outs. 1 good play and 1 bad play, Bruce.
Well,
that was almost a grand slam.
Like I say, they made a good throw, a relay back in there to third base from the center fielder.
Who got thrown out?
Depp got thrown out at third.
All right, and Strader and
scored in front, and Depp was thrown out at third. And on the throw, Simpson advanced into second base. The ball was a little low, and it went into right field, and he was able to score off the error.
5-3. Braves have scored 3 times here. There are 2 outs as a shot is going to be hit up the middle by Brandon Royston. Boy, he scorched that one and ripped it up the middle. Snarky Watanabe makes a relay throw to the second baseman, Adam Leftwich. Boy, the Braves do hit the ball hard, don't they?
They hit that ball hard.
Now, Ryan Landrum. I want to mention that Brandon Royston, his last time got a single. Well, he's 2 for 2. Ryan Landrum at the plate. Landrum takes a big cut. Here's a high hopper to Elliott, deep at short. Cody plays it well. Fires to Adam Leftwich at second for the 3rd out. But the Braves take the lead again, so we've already, Bruce, had 2 lead changes early in this game. What are the numbers for the Braves?
Yes, we have. The Braves pick up 3 runs off of 3 hits. They leave 1 and there are 2 errors.
After an inning and a half, the Braves 5 and the Royals 3. Back at 60 seconds on 14 Karat Gold Sports.
To study it all. We'll teach you. Big food, little pride.
This could be my favorite.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. The staff at Calvert and Nunn excel in the product knowledge to fit the insurance needs of each customer. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
WCLU, Elliot Dickerson will lead it off, the number 7 hitter, then Adam Leftwich and Brent Ferguson. Elliot Dickerson foul tip against Nick Strater's catching gear for a strike. 0-1 the count.
Good thing he had that helmet on. That hit him right on top of the head, didn't it?
Bruce, what about this game so far with the Braves up 5-3?
Well, it's been a hitting game. It's been pretty exciting so far. And like you say, the way it's gone so far, you look for the Royals to come back and pick up maybe a run or 2 right here and, you know, be right back in this ball game.
Dickerson fouls it out of play on the right side to count at no balls and 2 strikes. Elliott takes a big cut, slices one to the third baseman. And Eric Lundeen's throw, nice toss by Lundeen to Gordon Melton at first base for out number 1. 1 gone.
That's just the way it started for the Braves in the top of the second inning, though. They had a ground out to the third baseman, and then they wound up scoring 3.
Here's Adam Leftwich. It's a ground ball to Gordon Melton. He'll step on the bag for out number 2. 2 gone. Gordon does a solid job over at first base. I think he got all his talent from Skip.
I'm sure that Skip will take the credit for that.
Whether it's true or not?
Whether it's true or not, I'm sure he'll take full credit.
Here's Brent Ferguson, the number 9 hitter, right fielder for the Royals. 5-3, Braves leading the Royals here in the bottom of the second inning. 2 gone. We've got an official's timeout.
Well, they were just making sure the right batter's up.
Okay. Ferguson swings and misses for a strike. 0-1 the count. David Mercer, how balanced has this league been this year?
Well, there's been several teams. There's not been very many teams that beat another team twice. It's been a lot of splits. There's been teams that finished, I think, 8th and 9th in the league, beating the 1 and 2 teams, so it's been very balanced.
Ferguson fouls it off the screen for strike 2. 0-2 the count. Ferguson wants to put it into play, but he can't as he strikes out. So heading aside, so the Braves, Bruce, 3 up and 3 down.
3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, nobody left on, and no errors.
So the Royals trailing the Braves at the end of 2 innings by a score of 5-3. We'll return in 1 minute on 14 Karat Gold Sports.
When anything set out to do, each one is approached with
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. The staff at Calvert and Nunn excel in the product knowledge to fit the insurance needs of each customer. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Portland will follow him. Lundeen takes a cut to deep center field. That is going to be fallen for a base hit. A good effort by the center fielder, Daiki Watanabe, but not a stand-up double, a slide-in double for the leadoff hitter for the Braves, Ryan Landrum, and they smacked that ball. Or Lundeen, I'm sorry. Eric Lundeen, and Eric that time got a double to center field, so he's aboard. As a high hopper is hit deep into shortstop, and actually that will roll into left field, and Lundeen will score, and a base hit that time for Mr. Gordon Melton, the number 5 hitter, the first baseman. Gordon smacked that one high that time. We've seen a lot of high hoppers, Bruce. Melton that time with the base hit. A run scores, and it's 6-3, the Braves with the lead. Out the plate is Bortland, and there's a ball that is hit in the left field. Bad hop for the Royals that time. Durham was there covering, but it bounced over his glove, and he couldn't do much about that. That's a base hit. As Bortland gets a hit, and I believe that's about 7 or 8 hits in this game for the Braves. They've got runners at first and second. They've got a 3-run lead. Now Sean Emberton, the right fielder, he slaps one, and that's fair down the left field line for a left-handed hitter. 1 run will score. Here comes Gordon Melton. Runners at first and second, and I mean the Braves are just hitting that ball all over the field, Bruce. They're going to all parts of the field. And that time, the number 7 hitter, Emberton, boy, he's the left-hander. He just sliced that down the left field line.
That's the 10th hit for the Braves. They've had 4 in a row right here in this inning, Jim.
Here's Nicole Finn, runners at first and second, the number 8 hitter, the pitcher. She grounded out her first time. Here's a fly ball that's got to fall into shallow left center field. Rolls past both Watanabe and Lancaster. 1 run scores for the Braves. That's going to be Portland. Moving on to third will be Emberton, and Nicole Finn. Is that 5 straight hits?
5 straight hits.
For the Braves, Bruce, are on a roll, leading 8-3.
Hey, like you say, they're really hitting that ball right now. I mean, it looks like it's got eyes.
I believe it does for the Braves. They're up 8-3. Runners on the corners. Here's Nick Strater. Fouls it out of play. I don't believe there are any outs.
No outs.
Here in the third inning.
Nick got on base the first time and scored a run for him off an error off the shortstop.
Strater steps in right here. Runners at first and third. Pitch swings and misses for a strike. Skip told me today, he said, we've really been hitting the ball well in the last few games, and brother, they've carried it on to this one. Next delivery, swing and a miss for a strikeout. And there's one gone. Braves up 8-3. And now at the plate, Joel Hughes. He reached on an error his first time. Braves looking to extend that lead. They've scored 3 times in this inning. Here's a little looper that is going to be foul down the right field line. Boy, that was a close one right there, but Matt Gunn was right on top of it.
That ball, like you say, it just was foul right there.
I think the Royals, Bruce, would love to record an out right here without the Braves increasing that lead to 6. Here's the next delivery. Tap foul behind the plate. It rolled in front of the plate after it had. Actually, I think it was either hit by the batter or hit the back part of the plate. I'm not sure, Bruce, but it was a foul ball. 0-2 the count. Here's a delivery, swing and a miss by Hughes for the skid out. And we've got to be careful here because when they swing, a little bit of dirt, a few rocks fly right in front of them.
It does. That's 2 big outs right there, the 2 strikeouts, because with the runner in scoring position.
Here's Natasha Depp. Ground ball comes to Cody Elliott. He'll take it unassisted at second for the out. So the Royals get out of any more trouble. The Braves, I think, got 5 straight hits in that inning?
5 straight hits, and like you say, they score 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and they leave 2 stranded.
After 2.5 innings, the Braves leading the Royals in this Lou Gehrig championship battle, 8-3. Back in 1 minute on 14 Karat Gold Sports.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. The staff at Calvert and Nunn excel in the product knowledge to fit the insurance needs of each customer. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
The Royals were retired in order back in the second inning, Bruce, and the Braves added 3 more, so they're up by 5. Who have we got to lead off?
Henry Hill, the right fielder, will lead it off.
It's a ground ball, and it goes in the middle. Did Hill beat the throw? No, he did not. Great play by the shortstop, Ryan Landrum. He fired and beat Hill by about a step. Nice catch by Melton, and there's 1 gone. That was a tough play. A hard one.
It was.
Slow roller that time. Now, Chris Bradham will be at the plate. He's a right fielder. The Braves have made a substitute, have made a change in right field. Joel Hughes replaces Depp. Here's a swing and a miss from Bradham for a strike. I believe Bradham's behind at 0-2. He missed the first pitch. 4 straight retired by the Braves. Next delivery, Bradham got a foul tip on it. He stays alive at no balls and 2 strikes. Actually,
I should have worn my shin guards tonight. These rocks about to beat me to death.
Here's the next delivery, swing and a miss from Bradham, and they're 2 gone. 2 outs.
Hey, the Braves have set down 5 straight here, Tim. And after, like you say, the Royals pick up 3 there in the first, and they've been able to set down 5 straight.
They're back to the top of the order, and Cody Elliott, he pops it up out of play on the left side, and fortunately it didn't hit anybody. We've got a big crowd here, Bruce, and those foul balls, even though they're not coming too hard, certainly don't want them to catch anybody. And the count at 0-1, and that one fortunately did. Elliott got a base hit his first time. Cody takes a cut. Here's a ground ball deep in the hole at shortstop. The throw is going to be a little bit late. That was a good play by shortstop Ryan Landrum, but his throw was a little bit late. Well, Elliott another base hit.
That's a base hit. That ball was hit deep in the hole, and the third baseman gets across there to try to make the play Lundeen, which he has to do.
Here's a base hit up the middle, Bruce, as Ryan Durham hits it up the middle, but they're going to have a tag out there. As advancing to second, trying to advance to third was Elliott, but a great throw from the center fielder as Ryan Simpson fired to Eric Lundeen. They got Mr. Elliott briefly at a rundown. Wasn't much of a rundown. He was just tagged out. So the Royals that time unable to score. They did pick up a hit or two, Bruce, but they could not score.
No runs on 2 hits, 1 left on, and no errors. And, you know, right now, the difference in the ball game, the Braves have not committed an error, and the Royals have committed 4.
After 3 innings, the Braves 8, the Royals 3. Back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. The staff at Calvert and Nunn excel in the product knowledge to fit the insurance needs of each customer. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Up for the Braves in the top of the 4th inning.
Well, Jim, the Braves have worked their way back around to the top of the order, and Ryan Simpson's up for the 3rd time here in the 4th inning.
He's gotten a couple of base hits that time. He rose 1 foul down the 3rd base line. A good job by Elliott Dickerson that time. That ball almost started to go fair.
You know, it looked like it hit deep in the box, and it was rolling down that line, and they got over and, you know, got it stopped because if it had gone fair, there was no play on the ball.
Bruce, halfway in this game, your assessment with the Braves up by 5.
Well, as we said, the Braves have really hit the ball, and I mean they've ripped the ball hard all through their lineup, and they've been able to play errorless baseball in the field.
Simpson ground ball, throws past Durham. That's another base hit. Goes into left field as Jay Lancaster makes a throw to the second baseman, Leftwich, and that may be 11 or 12 hits for the Braves so far in this game.
That's the 12th hit, and that's Ryan Simpson's 3rd. So his 600 on-base percentage tonight is 1,000.
Here's Brandon Royston. Royston hits a ground ball to Durham. He goes to Leftwich for 1. Is it in time for a double play? Not. Boy, the Royals almost turned a double play. Really looked good that time. Leftwich made the quick throw to Andy Blythe, but it wasn't in time. Now, I believe we've got Henry Hill back in right field for the Royals, Bruce, and Chris Brandon was in right field in the 3rd inning. I failed to mention that. Here's a pop-up on the infield. Let's see if somebody's going to make the grab. Cody Elliott is, and I believe that was Ryan Landrum who popped out to the shortstop. Bruce, 2 outs, and you were about to say something. Rudder at first for the Braves.
That was a very close play there at first. I mean, they almost turned that double play. I mean, you know, they turned it well all the way around the horn, 5 to 4 to 3.
Here's Eric Lundeen, 3rd baseman. He pops one up. Back it up is Cody Elliott, makes a grab, and the Royals a good defensive inning that time as the Braves failed to score for the first time in this game.
No runs on 1 hit, left 1 on base, and no errors.
After 3.5 innings, the Braves 8 and the Royals 3. Back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
Square Deal Lumber Company has both.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. The staff at Calvert and Nunn excel in the product knowledge to fit the insurance needs of each customer. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Master
For the Royals.
Jonathan Hausman will be the first batter, and he hit into a fielder's choice his first time up. He drives the ball hard to center field for a base hit.
Ryan Simpson makes a relay throw to the second baseman, Brandon Royston, and that breaks a long streak for the Royals. Well, I think they did have a base hit in the last inning.
Right, they picked up 2 base hits in the last inning, then had the runner thrown out at 3rd base.
Here's Andy Blythe, and he's going to have a base hit that's going to roll to center field, and it looks like they're going to have runners at 2nd and 3rd. They've got a chance to tag Blythe out at 2nd, but the throw was to the left side of the second base bag. The center fielder, Ryan Simpson, did a great job to get there, but his throw a little bit off the mark of Royston. And in with a double is going to be Andy Blythe. Jonathan Houchins, who just pasted a base hit to lead off at 3rd. So the Royals, Bruce, have something going here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
They're threatening right here. I mean, an aggressive base running right there and an excellent slide by Andy Blythe.
Here's Jay Lancaster, the number 5 hitter, the left fielder. He got a double base hit his first time.
He doubled the ball to left center his first time up.
0-1 the pitch, now 0-2. But he had 2 strikes on him the last time.
Yes, he did. And then sort of backed off and then just stroked that ball right in the gap to left center his first time up.
This is a big situation for the Royals. They need to score, trailing 8-3, beginning to get late in this game.
Well, they do, because they get down into the bottom of the order and they didn't produce.
Lancaster strikes out. There's 1 gone. Here's Nike Watanabe, the center fielder. He got a base hit his first time up. And he laces one. Nice catch by the 3rd baseman. And almost turned the double play that time. Beautiful play by Lundeen.
Eric Lundeen. I mean, he just about had the runner.
That's a big catch, Bruce. that may save 2 runs right there.
Well, it very well could. I mean, they would have scored 2 runs off that hit.
As Elliott Dickerson ground ball comes to the pitcher, he'll make the throw, and Nicole Finn fires to Gordon Melton, and the Braves get out of what could have been a big jam, and the Royals had runners at second and third with nobody out, and they failed to score. So what are the numbers for the Royals here? By the way, Natasha Depp was back into right field for the Braves in that inning. Natasha Depp, Joel Hughes, and Sean Everton have been switching in right field. Bruce, what are the numbers for the Royals?
No runs, 2 hits, 2 left on, and they were stranded at second and third base, no errors.
After 4 innings, the Braves 8, the Royals 3. Back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
Of July, sweet and juicy whole watermelons for only $1.99.
Here in the 5th inning.
The first baseman, Gordon Melton, leads off, and he's 1 for 2 and scored 1 run tonight.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. The staff at Calvert and Nunn excel in the product knowledge to fit the insurance needs of each customer. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Braves lead 8-3. Melton paced 1 into right center field. That's going to roll to the fence. Let's see if he'll try for 2. Oh, good job by the center fielder for the Royals that time, as Nike Watanabe made the quick relay throw to Adam Leftwich. Now, Brenda Ferguson is back in right field for the Royals. Henry Hill, Brenda Ferguson, and Chris Bradham are switching in right field for the Royals, but Melton with another base hit. Here's a ground ball to Dickerson. He'll go to second for the sure out. Fires to Cody Elliott. Good job by Elliott Dickerson. Fires to Cody Elliott, and they get the force out. And the Royals, knowing, Bruce, that they don't need to give up any more runs, trailing 8-3.
Well, especially the defense that the Braves are playing.
Emberton, Sean Emberton, who laced a big hit down the left field line the last time up, misses for a strike. Now hits a slow roller to Ryan Derman. Takes a bad bounce, and Ryan's throw is not in time, but not anything Ryan could do about that. It took a bad bounce on him. He still caught it, Bruce, but it took him off stride, and everybody is safe, and that's another base hit for the Braves.
That was another one of those high bouncers, and then it took a bad bounce, and he barehanded, and just as soon as he got it, threw it to second, and the runner just beat it out. I mean, that's an infield hit.
Now, here's a base hit into deep left field by Nicole Finn. It's going to roll to the fence, and 1 run's going to score for the Braves, and they lead 9-3. The Braves up 9-3. Jordan Bordelin scores. Bordelin led off with that base hit a moment ago. 9-3. Well, Borden actually, he was the second hitter in this inning.
Right.
He got on with the fielder's choice when he hit that ground ball up the middle. 9-3. Runners at first and second for the Braves as Nick Strader fouled the ball. 0-1 the count. Tapped it foul left side of the plate. 9-3. The Braves looking awfully good. It's like we might be back tomorrow night unless the Royals make a comeback.
They're going to have to make a big comeback right now.
And that will be a 6 o'clock game tomorrow night if we do have that one. Here's a base hit at a shallow center field. Watanabe makes a good play on it. And trying to score. Here comes Durham's throw. Will it be in time? It is not scoring. Is Emberton. And moving on to third, they've got a run down. And they'll have the out. Nice throw by Ryan Durham, and he fires, who is it, Finn? Nicole Finn out, I believe?
Right, Nicole Finn gets on a 5-4 put out.
She tried to advance to third, but couldn't, and got caught in a rundown, and Adam tagged her out.
But Nick Strader on the base hit does pick up an RBI.
Right, and it's 10-3. The Braves, here's Joel Hughes, fouls it against the screen for a strike. So the Braves, Bruce, getting some big insurance here in the 5th inning. And the Royals down, and they've got a lot of work to do offensively, trailing 10-3 as Hughes swings and misses for strike 2. 0-2 the count. Hughes with one more opportunity right here. The Braves up by 7. Next delivery, Hughes strikes out, and the Braves are retired, but they push 2 more runs across the plate.
They can get 2 runs on 4 hits. They had 4 straight hits right there, and leave 1 on base, and no errors.
So after 4.5 innings, the Braves 10 and the Royals 3. Back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
We'll teach you. Big food.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. The staff at Calvert and Nunn excel in the product knowledge to fit the insurance needs of each customer. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Little
Bruce, I want to say, special get well to our good friend, our comrade, to Randall Cook. Randall had surgery a couple of weeks ago, and he can't be with us tonight, but Randall is recovering nicely as a ground ball is hit by Adam Leftwich back to the pitcher. And Nicole Finn fires to Gordon Melton for out number 1. So Adam Leftwich grounds out. But Randall had surgery. It went very successful a few weeks ago, and Randall's just a top-of-the-notch fella, and he helps us so much as Ferguson, slow roller to the second baseman, and making the play, Brandon Royston to Gordon Melton. They're 2 gone for the Royals.
Randall's starting to get out a little bit now, and he's
That's good to hear.
Pretty sore, but he's getting out. I don't think he's driving, but he's getting out, and you know, he's got a long road to, you know, before he can get back to carrying the mail. But I think Randall's feeling a lot better.
Well, we're glad to hear that. And if you see Randall, you wish him a quick recovery. He'll be back with us when football season starts. All right, here's Hill. Hill ground ball to Royston, and Bruce, the Royals go down in order as Henry Hill grounds out to Royston.
Another 1-2-3 inning right there. And like you say, you know, they picked up 3 runs off 4 hits in the first inning. Since that time, they've only had 2 hits and yet to score a run.
So after 5 innings, the Braves 10 and the Royals 3. Back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. The staff at Calvert and Nunn excel in the product knowledge to fit the insurance needs of each customer. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Back in right field for the Royals, like Natasha Depp is up. A little pop-up. It's going to be between first base and catcher. Nice play by the catcher. That's a great play by Jonathan Houchin.
Super play right there by the catcher.
That ball bounced about 10, 15 feet in front of the plate down the first base side, and Houchin had bounced once, little pop-up, and nobody got to it, of course, to catch it in the air, but Houchin, just a super throw to the first baseman, Andy Blythe. Here's a fly ball deep to left center field, and that will be a ground rule double. As Dankey Watanabe almost made the grab. I thought for a minute that Mr. Simpson was going to hit that ball out of here. It's a ground rule double, and the Braves threatening again here in the 6th inning with 1 out.
Well, and Ryan Simpson is 4 for 4 now, and has been on base all 4 times.
Their top 2 hitters, I think, have 6 hits, Bruce.
That's right, Jim. There's six hits.
And here's Royston. Hard hit ground ball to Cody Elliott. He's got to make a long throw. Is it in time to Blythe? Yes. And Blythe, quick throw to Durham. It actually hit to the base runner Simpson. Simpson is safe. 2 gone. What a great play by Cody Elliott, though. Deep at short.
Yeah, he was deep in the hole and like made a good throw right there. And good base running by Ryan Simpson right there to advance into third.
Now we've got Ryan Landrum. He hits the ground ball to Elliott. Elliott high hopper. Is his throw in time? Yes. Boy, Elliott, pretty impressive, isn't he, at shortstop?
Well, he made a super play right there. He had to jump up and catch that ball and then brought it down and fired a shot over there. And you know, that's only the 2nd inning that the Royals have been able to shut the Braves down, and the Braves pick up no runs off of 1 hit. They leave 1, and there are no errors committed by the Royals.
Royals down to their final chance right here. If they lose, we will have another game tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. That means our broadcast would be at 5:45 right here on 14 Carat Go, WCLU. If the Royals score 7, Bruce, we move into extra innings. If they score 8, they win the Lou Gehrig Championship, but they've got their work cut out.
Yes, they do. I mean, their number 11 batter leads off, and they're back to the top of their order. But so far tonight, the bottom of their order haven't produced for them, and for them to win this ball game, they will have to bat around and get some production out of the bottom of the order.
Joel Hughes is in right field for the Braves. Go ahead. We are ready to resume action here as the Royals bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bradham's the first hitter, swings and misses for a strike. 0-1 the count.
Sure, Coach Durham wants to get Branham on base right here.
Branham a little bit late on that swing. 0-2 the count. It looks like, unless things change, we're going to be back here tomorrow night as Branham foul tip stays alive, and the count remains at no balls and 2 strikes. 10-3, Braves with the lead. Well, Coach Melton's team has smacked that ball.
They have hit the ball very hard tonight, very hard.
There's the next delivery. Bradham strikes out. 1 gone for the Royals. And back to the top of the order.
That's an important out right there for the Braves. Get that first out, and like you say, you know, and that was a very big out for the Braves.
Here's Cody Elliott.
Cody's 2 for 2 tonight.
It's a hard shot fair down the left field line, so he's going to be 3 for 3 with another single. And he's aboard for the Royals with 1 gone. Nice hit by Cody Elliott. Very impressive player. Ryan Durham steps up, and Ryan's got a couple of hits. But the Royals trying to get something started, and Bruce, it's never over until that final out. We've seen some crazy things happen in athletics. Well, who knows what could happen?
The Royals have 9 hits, and the first and second batter there have 5 of the 9.
Here's a fly ball deep to left field. It hits the fence, played off the fence well by Portland, but a stand-up double for Durham, and a safe at third is Elliott. I think maybe the big missed opportunity for the Royals in this game, Bruce. A few innings ago, they had runners at second and third with nobody out, and they failed to score.
Right there, you know, they're in the 4th inning, the bottom of the 4th, their first 2 batters, they were second and third and no outs and did not score.
Here's Jonathan Houchins. Jonathan pops it up, and that's going to be out of play, and that's going to hit the top of the press box here at Carlos High Field, and the count at no balls and 1 strike. Bruce, I'm really, and I say this every year, but I think every year the crowds grow bigger for these championship games.
Yeah, I was looking around a while ago. If we'd have charged tonight, we could have probably bought us a vehicle to go to our ball games in this year.
That ball was hard hit to the shortstop, and he's hurt. Ryan Landrum is 2 runs score. Durham and Elliott, it's 10-5, and that ball looked like it hit Landrum on the right side, Bruce. He took a tough hop right there. He played shortstop, and it just bounced up hard and got him in the side. He kept it in front of him.
Oh, he made a good play. He went deep in the hole to get that, and then, like I say, it was a hard hit ball, and it bounced up. And I don't know whether it just a bruise or it hit him in the side and knocked the breath out of him.
Coach Melton, the umpires, Coach Elliott, Coach Durham there attended him. He's in a little bit of pain right now, but he's a tough customer. The Royals, Bruce, trying to battle back, trailing 10-5.
Well, they picked up 2 right here with 1 out and got a runner at first. So, I mean, you know, they're just trying to stay alive right here.
Time is called here at Carlos High Field. Landrum is injured on the play. And folks are tending to him right there, and we certainly hope he's all right. He's an outstanding player. All of these kids have really done a great job. And I like that philosophy that everybody gets the bat and everybody plays at least 2 innings in the field.
Well, you know, that's good, you know, because nobody's sitting on the bench, and everybody gets to play and gets an opportunity, and that's a very good rule that they have here. And same thing, like say, down in coach pitch, you know, they let all those people play in the field, and they bit the bat every inning, and they get to learn the fundamentals of the ball game, you know, and that by batting every inning, they do get an opportunity to bat. You know, there's some leagues where they require, well, you got to bat at least once and play 2 innings of defense. And the opportunity here, they do, you know, get that every time it comes around for their turn.
O.J. Landrum's a tough young man. He's up, Bruce. I know he's hurt him, but he shakes it off as well as he can right now.
Well, right. And I mean, you know, I think he'll be all right. You know, because they went out and checked him, and he seems to be okay, and we're ready to resume play.
1 out. Runner at first for the Royals, trailing 10-5 in their last at bat. Here's Andy Blythe. Blythe pops it up foul, out of play on the right side, and the count at no balls and 1 strike to Andy Blythe. He's done a good job at first base for the Royals.
Andy had that double to deep center last inning.
It's a slicer that falls into left field, a base hit for the Royals. Bruce, he's scattering some hits right now. He just hit it between Landrum and Lundeen on the left side of the infield. Blythe hit it, and Coach Durham's team coming to life right here. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Jay Lancaster at the plate. Lancaster, I believe, has doubled and has struck out. Well, he's a big hitter right now, Bruce, as they trail 10-5 with 1 out and 2 runners aboard.
Coach Durham just came and talked to him and, you know, told him, you know, wants him to swing level and not get under the ball and pop it up. He just wants a base hit.
Well, he pops it up on the infield. Nicole Fitt is there. Oh, she dropped the ball, but she'll make the throw to third to get the force out. They'll try to get a double play at second, but they can't. So Fitt alertly, after she dropped the ball, got the force out, and there was nothing at all right there that Jonathan Houchins could do. Well, he had to stay on the bag.
I guess probably, I know they do in Little League, they don't have the infield fly rule here, and you know that.
Here's a ground ball that is going to be bobbled, but making the play, the third baseman Lundeen fired to Royston, and they just beat the runner at second base. Give Lundeen credit for staying with it, Bruce.
He stayed with it.
I didn't think he could get him at second.
Stayed with it.
So, Bruce, what we have here, the Braves win this game by a score of 10-5. The Royals scored 2 times here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And what that means, because this is a double elimination format, we'll have Championship Friday here on 14 Karat Gold, and that will be for all the marbles when the Royals and the Braves, each with 1 loss, play tomorrow night at 6 o'clock.
Super ball game, and like you say, the Braves came out tonight. They had to have a win to stay alive, and they come out and they hit the ball real well. They do not commit an error and play super defense, and you know, they gave up 3 in the first and 2 in the last inning, but they shut them down there in the middle. And this is just, like you say, a super played ball game by both teams. I thought maybe there early the Royals were a little tight, but they came back and hit the ball well. And you know, this was just a well-played ball game.
The game time is going to be at 6:30. It's going to be at 6:30, Bruce. So that means our broadcast is going to begin at 6:15 tomorrow night on WCLU. 6:30 will be game time tomorrow night. 6:15 will be the broadcast right here on 14 Karat Gold. Bruce, let's look at our final stats as we'll wrap it up as the Braves win 10-5.
Well, the Royals tonight, they pick up 5 runs on 12 hits. They left 5 runners stranded, and they commit as a team 4 errors, and both of those in the first 2 innings. For the Braves pick up 10 runs off of 17 hits. They leave 8 people stranded on base, and they do not commit an error tonight.
That's the key right here in this game.
Right,
no doubt about
that. A big game. You know, they played errorless baseball. They hit the ball well. I mean, they drove the ball well, and we knew they were a power-hitting team coming in. Skip had said, you know, they'd hit the ball well in the tournament, and they hit a couple balls well. One bounced out. They hit a couple off the fence. And probably team speed-wise, the Royals were probably a little quicker ball club, and their infielders have some guns on them. They made some excellent throws, but with the hitting of the Braves tonight, they're able to win this ball game and keep themselves alive. Now they both have 1 loss, and they play for all the marbles tomorrow night.
And I think tomorrow night's game might be a 1 or 2 run game.
Well, I do too. I mean, like I say, I thought the Royals were a little tight tonight. Maybe sometimes it gets to you have that pressure. You know, we win it, and we're out of here, and maybe there was a little pressure on. But I'm sure that they'll talk about it and be a lot more relaxed tomorrow night and come back in here, and we'll probably have a 1 or 2 run ball game. Either team is going to be capable of winning this thing.
All right, Bruce, let's wrap it up and let me review what's happened tonight and then set up the scenario for the rest of the weekend. In tonight's first game, the Coach Pitch Championship was decided tonight. The Cubs went undefeated in that double elimination tournament. They beat the Orioles 14-13. So the Cubs win the Coach Pitch Championship. In tonight's second game, the Lou Gehrig Championship, the Braves defeated the Royals by a score of 10-5. So that means tomorrow night at 6:30, the Royals and the Braves will play for the championship. We'll talk with the coaches and players from both ball clubs, regardless, of course, of tomorrow night's outcome. The only way we won't be here is if it rains tomorrow, and it's not supposed to. Of course, the weather has been known to not do what you want it to do. We know that for sure, Bruce. But we'll be on the air at 6:15 tomorrow night as the Braves and the Royals go at it. And then Saturday morning at 9:45, we'll have the broadcast of the Little League Championship game. And action tomorrow night in that one, the Cubs will be battling the A's. That will be at 7 o'clock. The 5 o'clock game tomorrow night will pit the Dodgers against the Braves. And we've got the Barron County Babe Ruth Championships tomorrow night at Richardson Field. So my only safe prediction for tomorrow night, Bruce Treville, Gordon Park is going to be filled to capacity.
It'll be very busy down here. A lot of ball games going on, a lot of good ball games. And like you say, invite the people to come out and see some good baseball and like super sportsmanship in both games tonight. We couldn't have had better ball games.
Let me thank Coach Stone from the Cubs and from the Orioles, Coach Caudell, Coach Melton for the Braves, and Coach Durham from the Royals. Thanks so much to David Mercer. He helped us out a whole lot tonight. Thanks to Henry Royce, Henry Down here engineering, and a special thanks to Bruce Trevue with our color commentary. But I really want to thank David and all these coaches, Bruce, for having all this good information provided for us.
Well, it takes some time, and all the excellent comments about these players. They worked with them all year, and you can see the way the players play, that we've got some excellent coaches down here working with these players by the way they produce on the field.
All right, that's going to wrap up our broadcast. Tomorrow night at 6:15, the Lou Gehrig championship game between the Braves and the Royals. With Bruce Trevue from Carlos High Field at Gordon Park. This is WCLU Sports Director Jim Moody. Good night, everybody.
The pride of Glasgow and Barron County on WCLU.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. The staff at Calvert and Nunn excel in the product knowledge to fit the insurance needs of each customer. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.